Have you noticed how often you say sorry, even when you have not done anything wrong? You bump into someone who stepped into your path and you say sorry. You ask a question in a meeting and you say sorry. You take a day off to rest and you are still apologizing. At some point, you have to ask yourself, why am I apologizing for existing? Now, don't get me wrong. There is nothing wrong with apologizing. In fact, saying sorry when you are wrong shows maturity, self-awareness, and strength. Taking responsibility is very powerful. But here's the problem. Many people apologize when they have done absolutely nothing wrong. Sometimes we say sorry out of habit. We say it to be polite. We say it to avoid tension. But as time goes on, those unnecessary apologies slowly weaken your confidence, your voice, and your boundaries. They send a signal to others and to yourself that you feel like you're a burden just for being here. Today, I want to talk about 10 situations where you should never say sorry. This is not about becoming arrogant. It is not about refusing accountability. But when you replace those apologies with confidence, you change how people treat you, and more importantly, how you treat yourself. 1. Never apologize for saying no. This is a big one. When someone asks you for a favor or needs an assistance from you, and you need to decline, please do not apologize for saying no. If you say, I am sorry, I can't, it implies you have done something wrong by having other priorities. It suggests that your time is less valuable than theirs. Instead, try saying, I can't make that work, or simply, I am not available. This is clear and it respects your own boundaries. You don't need to justify your no with a sorry. 2. Never apologize for having a different opinion. We often soften our views because we are afraid of conflict. You might find yourself saying, sorry, but I think you are wrong, or I am sorry, I disagree. Stop doing that. Your perspective is very valid. You don't need to apologize for your thoughts. Instead of saying sorry, just state your view. Say something like, I see it differently, or here's how I look at it. It shifts the conversation from an apology to a discussion. You can disagree respectfully without diminishing your own voice. 3. Never say sorry for needing clarification. How many times have you raised your hand or spoken up in a group and said, sorry, I don't understand that? There is absolutely nothing to be sorry for. If something was not clear, that is on the communication, not on your ability to understand. Asking questions shows you are engaged. Instead of apologizing, try saying, could you explain that again? Or, I want to make sure I have got this right. It sounds confident. It shows you care about getting it right, not that you are sorry for being confused. 4. Never apologize for making a simple mistake. Now listen closely. If you mess up, it is very important to own it. But there is a difference between owning it and over-apologizing. If you send an email with a typo, you don't need to write back saying, I am so sorry, I am such an idiot. That makes people lose confidence in you. Instead, just fix it. Simply say, here's the corrected file, or just a quick correction on the last message. Acknowledge the error, fix it, and move on. Constant apologizing for small mistakes makes the mistake look bigger than it is. 5. Never apologize for taking up space. This is both physical and verbal. Maybe you are walking down a busy street, or you are speaking in a meeting. Please don't shrink yourself. Don't say sorry for being there. If you need to move past someone, you don't say sorry. You say, excuse me. If you are sharing an idea, don't say, sorry to interrupt. If it needs to be said, say it. You have as much right to be in the room, on the sidewalk, or in the conversation as anyone else. 6. Never apologize for someone else's mistake. This happens all the time in workplaces and relationships. Something goes wrong and you feel the urge to smooth things over, even if you have had nothing to do with it. You might say something like, sorry this happened, when actually, you are just trying to manage someone else's emotions. Don't take on guilt that is not yours. You can be empathetic without apologizing. Instead of constantly apologizing, simply say, that sounds frustrating, or let's see how we can fix it. Support them, but don't carry the blame. 7. Never apologize for expressing your feelings. Never apologize for being human. Whether you are upset, excited, or you are stressed, never apologize for showing emotions. We are used to saying, sorry, I'm so emotional, or sorry, I'm venting. Don't forget that your feelings are data. They tell you what you need. Instead of apologizing, try stating the need. Simply say, I am having a tough day, or I need to talk this through. It invites connection rather than forgiveness. And you don't need forgiveness for feeling things. 8. Never say sorry for asking for help. Asking for support is a sign of strength, not weakness. Yet, we often say, sorry to bother you, when we reach out to a colleague or a friend. Unnecessary apology frames your request as an inconvenience. Try to reframe it. Just say, do you have a moment to help me with this? Or, I did appreciate your input on this. It assumes that they are willing to help because they value you. Most people like to be helpful, so don't apologize for letting them be there for you. 9. Never apologize for putting yourself first. If you need to take a mental health day, if you need to leave a party early because you are tired, or if you need to skip a workout to rest, do not be sorry for that. Your well-being is the foundation of everything else you do. Saying sorry implies you are being selfish, but in reality, taking care of yourself is not selfishness. It is a necessity. You can just say, I need to rest today, or I'm signing off now. Always protect your energy without guilt. 10. Never apologize just to keep the peace. Sometimes people get upset, and our instinct is to say sorry just to make the tension go away. This is called appeasement. But if you have not violated a boundary or hurt someone intentionally, you don't have to apologize. Just keep the peace. If you apologize, it will create a dynamic where you are always the one fixing things. You can acknowledge their feelings without accepting blame. Simply say, I understand you are upset, without adding the I am sorry. It keeps your integrity intact. Now, I know this habit does not disappear overnight. You have probably been saying sorry for years, so you have to start small. Today, just notice how often you say it. Not when you have genuinely made a mistake, not when you owe someone accountability, but when you simply take up space. Pause, take a breath, choose different words. Because every unnecessary apology is a small act of shrinking yourself. And the world does not need a smaller version of you. It needs a grounded, confident version of you. You don't need to be loud. You don't need to be aggressive. You just need to stop apologizing for being here. That is where true confidence begins. And that is how you teach people how to treat you. See you on the next one.